I see most brands doing the same mistake in their ad accounts and their overall strategy that prevents them from scaling to 8 figures. So in this video I will go over 3 essential fundamentals you need to understand and implement to break through the plateau and actually scale to 8 figures or to wherever you want to scale to. My name is William and I've generated over 12 million in sales for 7 and 8 figure e-commerce brands with performance creatives and meta ad systems. With that having said, let's get straight into the video. So one fundamental thing that you need to understand is that ROAS should be not your North Star. I know most beginners who get into e-com or Facebook ads, they think, okay, I need a ROAS of 3 or 5 or 10 or whatever else. But there are some flaws with looking at ROAS and there are way better metrics to look at. So essentially it has 2 problems. Number one is that it doesn't include any LTV. For example, on paper, you might be losing money with a ROAS of 0.8, but actually if your customers have a great LTV, you might be making great money, and it might even make more sense to scale on a low ROAS, but instead on the other side acquire new customers faster and getting all the profit faster through their lifetime value. The second issue with ROAS is that it doesn't look at if your buyer is an existing customer or a new customer. So for example, it might be that your ads get shown to people who already are customers of your brand and they would buy from you again anyway, either through a newsletter or because they just remember and want to buy from you. But then Facebook shows them an ad, they of course go and buy again, and then Facebook attributes the sale into its own ROAS. Now there's nothing wrong with that, but the problem is that if you keep selling to your existing customer base, you will of course stay at the level where you are. Instead, if you want to grow your customer base, you should be only looking at increasing your new customer ROAS or new customer cost per acquisition. Most brands even go and exclude their existing customer list fully from their Facebook targeting so that they reach out only to new people. So again, the main difference is that, for example, if an existing customer and a new customer buys from you, both sales are counted in ROAS. Whereas if you look at NC ROAS, new customer ROAS, only the one sale gets attributed that actually is new. And if you want to grow your brand instead of sustaining it, you should be focusing on getting new people into your brand as profitably as possible and not just sell to existing customers. This is why if you want to scale to 8 figures, you need to let go of ROAS. Now this connects to my second point, and my second point is that Facebook ads should never be your sole and only sales channel. Now I'm not saying you should start Google ads, Pinterest ads, Snapchat ads, TikTok ads, Facebook ads, everything at the same time. No, not at all. You can scale to 7 or 8 figures solely on meta ads. And for almost all brands I talk to, that's the main growth generator. But the important part is that it's a growth generator and not a sales generator. Facebook ads should be only your acquisition channel. That means getting new people into your brand. But your existing customers should keep buying from you anyway. For example, God forbid, if your Facebook ads account should get banned tomorrow, you should have no big issues. Because your existing customer base keeps buying from your brand, from your newsletters, and you stay at the same revenue level. Maybe you don't grow, but you stay at the same revenue level. And that's the key part here. To build a long-lasting brand, you should focus on building a customer base that keeps buying from you and not just a one-off until your product dies off and then you have nothing to sell, no brand, and are left basically with nothing. That's the key differentiator between a money grab and an actual brand that lasts. And now the third thing that I see even on 7 and 8 figure brands that want to scale is they don't keep improving their ad creatives. Regardless of company size and revenue level, I see many brands just launching some creatives because they think they will perform and then they hope they will perform, and if not, they turn them off, and if yes, they scale them. But this is quite random. There's no predictability. There's no guarantee that you will actually scale, right? It always just depends on the new idea that you're testing. Instead of doing that, I recommend doing what I do. With every single ad concept that we have, we prepare a hypothesis that we actually want to test. For example, this text hook should work better, or this angle should work better, or a CTA works better, or a non-CTA works better. And then you can make split testing variants of your ads that test only that one variable. Now after the test, regardless of whether the creative is a winner or a loser, you receive a learning. For example, don't use a CTA at the end because your audience prefers organic ads more. Or use a CTA at the end, or even make it way more salesy. Whatever you split tested, you can derive a learning and use that in all future ads. And this is already something you won't have to test. You already know what's performing the best. So you just keep this best performing element from your last test and apply it to all future ads. And because you do this every single week, you learn more and more what exactly your audience needs to hear and see to make a buying decision. And that way you just increase the hit rate, you just increase the amount of winning ads that you output, and this is how you scale predictably. Now you can go and implement the first 2 points right away, but I see many brands actually struggling with building this iterative ad system where you just keep improving and just keep increasing your hit rate. So if you want to focus on other areas like your product and me to take care of your Facebook ads and getting new customers to your business and growing it, click the first link in the description and book a free call with me today. However, if you're not at the stage yet to delegate, check out this video where I go exactly over our creative strategy that we use to scale brands to 8 figures. Keep scaling, see you there.